How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Terraria Calamity Infernum, Wrath of the Gods. In the last episode, we fought two bosses that were at opposite ends of the aesthetic spectrum. We had Empress of Light and we had the Ravager, which is, yes, a very disgusting looking beast that we managed to defeat first try. We also got the Kaleidoscope from the Empress of Light. We got the Terra Prisma as well, which is awesome. So in this episode, we're going to be looking at taking on the next few bosses that we have on the list. So I was looking down the list here, and the Great Sand Shark, this is a mini boss, but according to this, we need the Sandstorm's Core to spawn it in, which requires a solar fragment. So this is actually fairly late game. We don't have access to these yet, but we will very shortly if we defeat the lunar pillars. It does say kill 10 sand sharks after defeating Plantera as well, I guess, as an option, but you know, we'll probably come back to that one. We do have the lunatic cultist as well, celestial pillars, Astrum Deus, and then Moonlord. Astrum Deus, it looks like another worm boss. It's got some interesting loot here. In fact, it looks like it drops all of the different pillar fragments, which is pretty interesting. And it's got some other cool stuff here. I was looking, I think it's got a summoning stuff. This one here, the Starspawn Helix, 243 summon damage. Seems pretty strong. Yeah, definitely seems like it might be a contender for an upgrade to our summoning stuff, although obviously the Terra Prisma is really good as well. Before we get cracking though, what we might do is take a look at another stuff that we can actually craft right now, and this one is called the Wither Blossom Staff. And this thing is actually, looks pretty interesting. 118 summon damage, summons 4 decaying flowers over your head. The combined flowers consume 2 minion slots, it says. For this we need a Tundra Flame, Flame Blossom Staff, which is made of the Cinder Blossom Staff and the Frost Blossom Staff, as well as Mithril. So we should theoretically, let's see, we should be able to make this, I think. We can get both of those going and get that going. So it's essentially 3 different staffs are involved in making this thing. So it's got to be good, right? Sometimes they're not though. Sometimes they're complicated to craft and then they're not that great. But we'll try it out, I suppose. 118 summon damage. Where are you going, Runnock? I need a reforge. Give me a reforge on this thing. Ruthless is what we want. Thank you. Groovy. So yeah, this is probably going to be pretty interesting. So takes 2 slots. We can, okay, interesting. Okay, we get 4 flowers at the cost of 2 slots, and that's as many of them as we can summon. Gives a little whirly thing around us. And then we could just do Terra Prismas with the rest of that, I guess. Seems pretty cool. We haven't really tried out our Spike Crag stuff yet either, so maybe we'll give that a go. At this point in time, I'm leaning towards maybe going straight to Astrum Deus, even though he is down the list a little way. I know for sure he's going to be a tough boss. I accidentally summoned him in some time ago now, and he absolutely obliterated me, but hopefully our power levels are much higher now where we can have a chance to take him out. And that way we would get a jump on all of the solar fragments, all of the different fragments from the pillars as well. There's a bunch of stuff we can craft with those. So yeah, let's see here. I think we need what are they called? Summoning Titan hearts, and or we can make a star core. Is not consumed. Star core. We should be able to make that thing. Let's have a look here. Star core. 4 astral bars. Oh, I've got a feeling we can't make those. What's an astral bar? Astral ore? Okay. Yeah, I've not heard of this astral ore business. How do we make that? Let's have a look. Astral ore. Astral ore. Where do we get this from? Astral slime. Astral slime. Astral slime. I wonder if they only start spawning at a certain point, maybe. Or have I just been super unlucky and not found those things? It's possible. But astral slime. Astral bar. Astral ore. Wasn't there an ore that we saw that we couldn't mine yet? Maybe maybe that's what this is. Not sure what kind of... We could go over there and try to find it, because it's just going to be a little bit more convenient for us to potentially be able to make that item. Non-consumable spawning item. Let's have a look. There's something... What's this stuff? See, we can't actually farm that with a pixel, so if that's what that is, then it's this stuff up here. Did I get some? No, we can't break this stuff. Interesting. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to use the other stuff. So what did it say? Use a Titan heart. We should have a bunch of those. Titan heart, we got 12 of them. These just dropped from creatures in the astral infection, I believe. And it says enrages during the day. So we got to keep that in mind as well. It is nighttime right now though, so we should be good for a little while. Let's head over here. I even have a arena set up over here. Let's just turn these statues on. Not sure if this is going to be big enough, but we're about to find out. Let's get that going now. We'll chuck our summons out here as well. And I was gonna summon one of these as well. Let's get that happening. Cool. All right, zoom out, and let's get this fight started with one of these things. Okay, did that work? There it goes. The Star Weaver. Where is it? It's raining bombs on me. Show yourself. I'm still getting shot by stuff here. Oh, tried to hit me with some lasers. It actually did hit me with those lasers. It has a lot of projectiles, this thing. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. They do a lot of damage as well. Okay, it's repeating this phase. That's interesting. I'm trying to save my heals, but maybe I should use it. Keep it on. Oh, I just got crushed. Okay, let's heal real quick. Let's drop down here. Have I got rage yet? No? I'll watch out for the attacks. This thing is doing the laser thing again. Oh, we did it! Oh my goodness. I honestly thought I was gonna die there. Holy cow. That thing was crazy. Wow, look at the relic. That looks amazing. We got meld blobs. We got the... Okay, that's just from a random mob in the Taboo Glorious End. Yeah, some of those are just dropping from the mobs here in this area. We might actually head back. Oh, you know what? We'll just chill here next to our summon. These summons. I guess these things did the job. Looks like they just spray little projectiles like a sprinkler system or something. Kind of interesting. Alright. Did it drop anything else? We got a very cool looking treasure bag. It didn't really drop anything else except for the relics and the meld blobs. We'll check those in a second. We also got super healing potions. I think that's a new thing. So sold by the alchemist after defeating Moonlord. I wonder if we've got some of those already. Super. Doesn't look like it. Shame we didn't get 30 of those. Restores 200 life. I think they have a longer cooldown though. Anyway, let's crack open the treasure bag, see what we get here. So we got some fragments and stuff like that. We'll just chuck those. Actually, chromatic orb summons an ancient dragon light pet that highlights nearby enemies and danger sources, provides a small amount of light in the abyss. Danger sources. That sounds super cool, actually. We might actually use this because we don't really have too much of a problem with light, I don't think. Astral bandana, vanity item, space age fashion. Jaminga summoned a swarm of 11 lesser star deities. Wow. Yeah. I mean, as a summoner, I'm kind of used to having hordes of creatures like that around me. It's going to get too confusing though. Let's just put that away. Those away. I honestly did not expect that we were going to beat that boss in one go. That's crazy. Okay, what else do we get? The helix stuff, that's the stuff we were looking for, the summoning stuff. That should be pretty cool to try out. We got all of our fragments here as well. There's the magic star shower weapon, rogue weapon, hide of Astrum Deus. Taking damage or inflicting a true melee strike drops an immense amount of astral stars from the skies. Taking Damage boosts true melee damage by 30%. Okay, so it's a melee thing. Jewel of Light. That's our previous white pet that we removed. Am I missing one of these fragment types? Fragment. Did we not pick it up? Oh, there's the lore over there. Okay, yeah, we didn't pick it up, I don't think. We got some astral ore now that we don't really need it. I guess we can see what else we can craft with it. Yeah, there it is, the vortex fragment. So astral ore. Okay, we'll check that in a second and see what we can make with that. We also got the legendary astral scythe melee weapon. Let's chuck that in there. We got a rogue weapon. Let's see. Meld blobs. Yeah, we got to check out what we can craft with all these items. Okay, let's head back to base. And we'll put our relics down over here. So we've got Infernal Relic. For some reason it dropped 2 of them. Must be a little bit of a glitch there. Looks pretty cool. Let's just reforge the summoning weapon that it dropped for us. The Helix Staff. Ruthless. 289, that's crazy. Astral probes. Let's see what these look like. Interesting. Wonder how good they are. I mean, they do a lot of damage on paper. We're definitely going to try them out. They don't look as awesome as the Terra Prisma, but still. Maybe it's time to retire the fuel cell bundle. Those things are good though. They were really good. Let's put them here. Doesn't seem... Maybe because it's... Let's try that. There we go. Let's see. Wither Blossom. And we've got the lore, of course, as well to check out. And some bosses don't drop hardly anything in terms of like loot or materials, and others drop tons of stuff like this one. Okay, let's look at the Astral Infection. I thought we already had this, but we'll have a look at this again. This twisted dreamscape is a starborn equivalent of the mundane rot you see in your lands. I do not claim to understand the process in detail, but even the stars above can die. Left unchecked, their corpses bloat and fester. Typically, some semblance of order is maintained. It is not unlike the circle of life. Cosmic beings patrol the fathomless void and pick at the carrion, leaving nothing but clean bones. The infection itself is a disturbance from deep space. It has a mind of its own, projecting its will upon life and land. Those whose minds can grasp the true form of the universe are largely immune. They cannot be starstruck by a supposed higher truth, let alone one preached by a pustule. Fair enough. And Astrum Deus says, on our world, this being is revered as the god of the night sky. It is said to devour dying stars and birth new ones in return. Unlike the many gods you or I know, it is guiltless, an important distinction, for it was equally as diseased as they. The infection that tainted its body is from beyond Terraria. Neither I nor Dragonodon recognized it fully. With its will subsumed, it hurled a chunk of infested astral matter at our world, then came to guard it. Thankfully, such a grandiose being that walks amongst the stars is likely not truly dead. While the land has paid a terrible price, the price of a wrongful conviction is higher still. I wonder if now we've killed it, whether we can mine the asteroid. I mean, we can give it a try, right? Let's have a quick look. We can try out this summoning weapon while we're at it. I think it's oh, it's over here. It's on the other side of the mighty tower. Where was that meteorite? Down here. Oh, we can mine it now. That's so weird. So basically, you have to defeat the boss in order to mine it. It's not to do with so much with the pickaxe. I mean, obviously you would need a decent pickaxe, but you also have to defeat the boss before you can get this stuff. Nice. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff we can make with this. Groovy. Alright, back we go. Let's take a look here. So, we looked at the lore. Now let's figure out what we can craft with these materials that we got. There's a whole bunch of different materials. So we'll start with the meld blob and see what we can make with this. It says meld construct can be placed. Meld block. Why would I want to make this though? Meld construct. It might just be some sort of building material. I'm not too sure. I guess we could make some and take a look at it. Meld. Meldosaurus? A dreaded creature birthed from the wheels of decay. Nobody knows why it exists and what it wants. Phew, glad he's gone now. Him being inside me was making me itchy. What? Meldosaurus trophy. Huh? Meld construct. 20 meld blobs. 6 and 3. Ancient manipulator. Oh, okay. That's why we can't craft it. Fair enough. We have to wait on that one. Let's see what else we can craft. So what else did we get? We got this astral ore. Let's just turn that into presumably astral bars. I don't think there's anything we can make with this in its ore form. Yeah, bars. Okay. Let's get some bars happening. Astral. Oh, we need the ancient manipulator for that as well. Fair enough, that kind of makes sense. And then we've got all the Stardust fragments and stuff like that. I don't know if we need the ancient manipulator for those, but I'm pretty sure there is an upgrade to status blessing that we could potentially make. Status curse. This thing here. So, this needs an ancient manipulator. I think that drops from the Lunar Cultist, right? So we could try and take on the Lunar Cultist. Get that thing. We'll see if the Alchemist is selling those potions yet. It's probably not though. The Alchemist. Brewer. Alchemist. Still it's down the bottom there. Lose track of all my NPCs. Greater healing, yeah, it doesn't have it yet. Oh, you sell teleportation potions. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll just shove these in here for now then, if we can't use these yet. Well, we could probably use these super healing potions anyway, in some of the fights to come. So what we might do is look at what we need to do to spawn in the lunar cultist, lunatic cultist. Kill the 4 cultists outside the dungeon after defeating Golem. Eidolon tablet summons the lunatic cultists. We'll just go kill the cultists for the first one. So they should be over here at the dungeon. Have I got an arena over here? I don't think I built one. Yeah. Oh well. We'll probably be okay. We're gonna use this helix stuff anyway. Let's just chuck a couple of these down here and give it a go. Oh boy. Wow. Nearly dead. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not doing a good job of dodging here, but he's nearly dead. I think that's the right one. Oh crap! Oh my gosh. What was that blast? What was that blast at the end there? I was not expecting that. I threw myself off a couple of times there by going outside the screen with my cursor, which pauses the game. Okay, they're back again. I guess we could give it another shot. Let's just go straight Terra Prisma, Spike Crag. Terra Prisma Wither Blossom, I think. Damn, that was a lot harder than it normally is. Let's get these things going. Alright, here we go again. Circle, circle. I don't have an infinite flight in this, unfortunately, and I don't have an arena, so it kind of makes it a little bit harder for me. Not being able to stay flying. Especially with some of these attacks, pretty crazy. Oh, okay. I've got to avoid that. Oh, it absolutely decimated me again with that death beam. Oh, holy cow. All right. I don't think we'll need to make the summoning item because we seem to be managing okay. Although we might be able to summon it over here, which would make the fight a little bit easier because we've got all of our platforms here and stuff like that. Let's just turn these heart statues on. It's gonna make it a bit easier for us. I could probably remove this one actually. Might do that later. So, okay, what was that thing called that we need to summon it without killing the cultist? The Eidolon tablet. Eidolon tablet. Why am I not seeing it here? Not consumable. How do we craft it though? Eidolon tablet. Doesn't seem to tell us. Which means we have to go back over to the dungeon here. Alright, here we go again. I'm feeling good about this attempt. Hopefully. We're just going to watch out for that desperation phase, I think. Nearly got our rage. I don't know if that's the right... Oh, crap! Oh, I forgot about that. The death beam. We did it! It wasn't pretty. But we did it. We have destroyed the cultists and their lunatic cultist leader. Man, how many attempts was that? Let's take a look. 3 attempts. And the Astrum Deus took us well, it says 2 attempts. The first attempt, I summoned it by accident though. let's head back to base anyway. So we should have a bunch of pillars around the place now, yeah. There's one over there. Fortunately, there's none right next to my base. Stardust one there. Got the Vortex one over here. And we've got the Nebula one over here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So, what did we get? We got a tablet fragment. Summons a baby phantasmal dragon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll definitely use that for a little while. We also got the lore, which is always good. We got the trophy. We got the ancient manipulator as well. That is awesome. Let's just put the trophy down. Running out of spots to put our trophies. Yeah, that fight was a lot harder than I expected. That crazy death beam was super devastating. I don't think I've got the trophy before for that boss. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's check out the prelude. Here it says, in ages past, now named the Draconic Era, the majestic dragons protected Terraria from all threats. Their famed might was put to the ultimate test by an aberrant behemoth from beyond the stars. Fighting with all their strength, the dragons could wound and weaken it, but not destroy it. Lacking options, they tore the monster down to a shadow of its former self, sealing it away. What is left of it now lies imprisoned in the moon, as far away as the dragons could banish it. Much of the dragon kind was lost as casualties in that struggle, and they never recovered. Zaratros himself was gravely injured. It seemed his power, along with his life, would be lost forever. One mortal, sworn to the service of the dragons, rose in determination to save their virtuous king. Pretty cool. Did we get a treasure bag here? I don't see a treasure bag. Let's just go double check that we didn't leave that back at the dungeon. Although the dungeon... Yeah, I think the dungeon will be... Oh, we can't just use that. Alright, let's see if we can teleport here. I could have probably used the shrimpy truffle, actually, for flight in that fight. In retrospect, that would have been a smart move. Yeah, I didn't see a treasure bag. I don't know if it drops a treasure bag, but I thought it probably would have. I don't see anything over here. Seems like there's a sandstorm happening. What's going on with that bunny? Yeah, I don't think we got a treasure bag from that one. Maybe it doesn't drop one though. Lunatic cultists. Yeah, it doesn't look like it drops one. Because this stuff, we got everything except for a couple of paintings and vanity stuff here. So yeah, that's fine. I don't want to miss out on loot, that's for sure. Alrighty, so now we have the ancient manipulator. We can actually craft stuff with those fragments and stuff like that, which is awesome. I'm just going to put the relics up. Let's just get those situated. There we go. Beautiful stuff. All right, guys, that's where we're going to leave this episode for today. We're making some very good progress. And yeah, we're nearly at the Moon Lord. We've just got all the solar pillars to get done. And I think that's pretty much the next boss on our hit list here. Oh, this says we have the bereft vassal as well. Spawn info. Use Sandstorm's core at the pedestal in the heart of the desert. Pedestal. Okay. What? Opens a portal to the Lost Colosseum used at the Lost Gateway altar in the underground desert. I don't think I've found that yet. Huh. What was this thing here? Gold chest. Okay. So maybe we've got a couple of extra bosses that I didn't know about as well before the Moonlord. But we'll get to that in the next episode. For now, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.